A big round of applause for someone who's game to take a chance and have some good times with us. An amazing, talented actor that I'm a big fan of, Mr. Robert Downey Jr. Thank you. Thank you, Robert. So, I already gave away my first question, which was, what did you know about this time capsule? Cast out front, which apparently was nothing.
Well, my fantasy was that 20 years ago, the Chaplain estate had donated all sorts of costume items and personal jewelry, and then we'd go through together and divvy it up.
Okay, I think that's a good plan. We can give our percentages. Let's see, where is this thing? Somebody bring it out. Bring it out. Now, we're opening it 5 years early because we don't care. It said, to be opened in 2017, R. Downey Feathers. I don't know what feathers are.
That's one of my fan group.
Oh, that makes sense. All right, so we're getting closer to solving the mystery. There's signatures all over it.
Very original title, by the way, I think.
Yeah. And does anybody got some bolt cutters? Let's not have him do the honors. Let's make this happen.
This big
on the
strapping
stage?
male.
All right, okay. Let's figure out what's in this thing.
We had a lot of rehearsal time for this.
They're still building the sign.
Ready? Here we go.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, maybe not.
All right, let's take a seat.
I don't know if the bar's open because the light's not on.
Have you been to the silent movie theater before?
Yeah, I've definitely been here. I didn't know there was so much drama associated with the place, though I may now recall. But yeah, I was here probably 15, 20 years ago.
Oh, so you didn't hear about you can just say it, the murder.
What's a good cinema without a love triangle murder in it?
Yeah, it's very Hollywood Gothic, which is what I like. I think every.
Do you think there might be evidence in here?
Well, they caught the guy. He sometimes writes us letters. He's taking film classes in jail. That's serious. He was very passionate. It was the projectionist. It was a hired hit by the projectionist, from what I understand, who was the lover of the owner. So it's like a gay noir. Tall. Are you curious so you thought maybe it would be Chaplin's
I'm sure it would be nothing
bonus.
so interesting.
All right, let's see what we're going to get.
As a matter of fact, I'm already bored at the notion of opening it.
Did you do okay, let's start.
We're not going to go through every item.
Okay. Well, we don't have time to go through every item. It starts with a calendar. Do we have a camera here so you can get it on the screen for people to see?
Boring.
Okay. Except, oh my goodness. Welcome to Feather Island.
Alright, I'm keeping that.
Can we flip through this?
Forget it. That's fine.
Okay. I get the feeling that there's one of those for every. All right, what's going on here? Journey Through Heart Songs by Maddie J. Stepanek.
You can have that.
Okay. A sealed copy of Two Girls and a Guy.
Oh my God. I see a hand up in the back row. Whoever's standing back there should have it probably. Let's all get along too. I don't want any infighting.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sealed copy of Hearts and Souls.
This fine. Oh wait, let's give one to a lady. Just randomly deciding who this person. And the rest of it should go to?
One of two new age comedies that you were in. Those chances are.
Oh yeah.
A lot of possessions going on here.
What the hell is this?
Oh no! Can people see it? Can you see this on the camera?
Just don't worry about it.
All right. Well, you don't want people to see this. Oh my, guys. What does it say here? RDJ, greetings and best wishes.
Okay.
That's for you, volume 1. compiled. It's a mix CD just for you.
Okay, I'll take that. May I make a suggestion?
Yes.
So we can kind of talk about what y'all are doing here, and maybe some folks can ask me some questions. How about the rest of these items we just put out at some point during the rest of the telethon, and they can be given away in exchange for donations to Cinefamily? Less this descent into an egocentric romp.
All right. It was also a conversation starter about your career.
Yeah,
now I'm lost.
Adrian, you're doing a fine job. Let's give Adrian a hand. Sound department doing a less fine job.
Well, since we're not talking about what's in the box, where do we start then? You want to do?
Well, first of all, there's some folks who this is really annoying. Watch this. Help me, lady. There's a separation between us. I know some people are watching this online. Drew Pierce, who's a fantastic writer who just wrote Iron Man 3, sent me a text on my way over here. He said, "I'm going back to the office so I can watch this online." So I want to say hi, Drew. Definitely want to thank Lily for getting me into this mess. And what you said is, I think it's really true. Cinefamily, we're in Los Angeles. It's supposedly the birthplace of cinema and all that stuff. And here we are, a bunch of different folks who are all here for the same reason. That this sort of thing, like you said, is taking a bit of a dive. So it's really nice. Also, my first wife, Deborah Falconer, is here, and Robbie Chong is here, and I love that they're here supporting Lily's Cinefamily as well. You never forget your first wife.
That's how I feel.
I will now take questions from my first wife. What do you want to do?
Well, my plan was to go through the box, so I guess I'm just spitballing random questions.
That's how I like to do
the audience.
That's how I like to do scene work. You come out, you take the scene, you tear it up, and you go, "Let's shoot." And this fine gentleman, thank you to this fine band as well, by the way. At any point, you feel like underscoring or following the rhythm of what we're saying. Personally, I'm feeling a little bit of a slow, groovy bass line, but whatever. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but my power of suggestion is startlingly acute.
Can you do that thing where if we tell a joke, you'll stop suddenly? And hit the drum bass?
But again, that requires, well, we don't need to.
We're working at it on the fly. Well, so did you watch silent films here? Research for Chaplin, for example?
I'm pretty sure that's what I did here, yeah.
Are you saying I shouldn't ask any questions from earlier 2002?
No, and also, if I was here previous to my first marriage, I may have been here, making time with some agent's wife or something like that. I don't know.
How about this? Why don't you ask me some questions about the theater? Do you have any? Are you curious?
Can you believe I decided to show up here?
I'll tell you one story. Everybody kept asking me about this. How did this happen? How did this happen? They were wondering too. And does he know about the time capsule, etc.? And I said, well, we sent one email. We got an email back that said, sure, 1 o'clock. And I said, when Robert Downey Jr. says yes, you just don't ask any more questions. We just sort of froze at that moment.
That's what all the major studios say too.
We were just going to ride it through to the end and see what happened. But thank you so much for coming out. It's really awesome.
It's really
it's definitely helped get the word out. We need to get a new projector here. We won't be able to play any new independent films next year. We won't be able to play any new restorations.
What's the ticket on something like that?
It's with the sound system and the full thing. It's somewhere between $60,000 and $100,000. And the thing,
I'll cover that. What I think is I want to get right past the.
Telethon got a lot shorter. I don't have to stay up for 2 days.
It'd be great if you just dropped the mic and get some lunch right now. No, we'll talk about that, and I will cover the cost of that, but then you still need additional funding for maintenance. You need to be able to bring in good programming. You need to have people to be able to say, for instance, there was a movie you're maybe going to show here that's locked up in rights. You need people to be able to deal with the ins and outs and the day-to-day stuff.
Yeah. What people don't, well, also, all these people out there know right now we need new seats. The lumbar torture for people compared to all of our Yelp reviews are like, the place
I gave you one big yes already. Don't
no. This is more for the people out there.
You know, and more for the people out there, there's a condo that I've been trying to pay off since 3 years. It needs to be refurnished.
Well, to address your point about sustainable funding for nonprofits, you know, we would need to do a fundraiser every year regardless. And that's because museums, cinematheques, they don't do the kind of crazy things we're doing right now on ticket sales alone. Capitalism doesn't make this happen. And when you go to a museum, usually there's sort of a truism that for every $3, $4 you spend, somebody donated $6. It's like 40, 50% donations. We're so new, miraculously, because you guys have been so supportive of this in terms of coming, we've survived on 3 to 10% donations. That means every year we are constantly having to beat the street to get people in here, and it really changes the way you program. So if we could get to the stage in just a couple more years where we actually are matching what we're doing in ticket sales with donations, I think we could be one of the best cinematheques in the world, and that means we're really to be proud of the city, and actually I can honestly say other cinematheques have really been very interested in how we do things here. They follow our programming, and I've seen some of our weird approaches. Like we have a membership system where everybody who gets a membership here gets into every movie for free. And the reason we do that is I want people to be able to be experimental in their viewing choices, the way we're experimental in what we show. So say, like, just come on down. It's really about enjoying the space, just hang out with some other people, and maybe you haven't heard this weird Czech film, but you'll take a chance on it because you're not deciding for each one.
I see that you're a communist.
More or less.
You know, everything you said up till this point, you had my attention. Anything you would say from this point on this subject, it starts feeling. I was just at a March of Dimes luncheon the other day. It's like, I get it. You need money. It goes, just shut up. I'm speaking to myself now because there's passage of corn. Here's all these people. Here we are. We get it. Everyone's going to take care of everyone. Blah blah blah. And the more you can do, the better. Whatever. If anyone here wants to match me, now would be the time to do so.